Bugle Boy ties.
Bugle Boys in America, okay? You know, so pretty much, man, you know, things back then, and you know, you have like an inkling of it now when you go over there to them like countries like Afghanistan and some of them Arab nations that still kind of hold to the old traditions, you know, because they still do some of the traditions that we used to do back then because they were part of it.
Yeah, people in Afghanistan is living up in the mountains, man. You bring them to America, they'll go crazy, man, because they used to living hard, man. And to them, let's say you took somebody that's an Afghan that lived in the mountains. All he knows is how to shoot guns and shit, and kill a goat and cook it and shit. You know, he's living that primitive lifestyle. If you bring him over here, man, he'll look like somebody that escaped from the crazy house, man. But or if you take like Abraham and Isaac and them, you put them in this world, they wouldn't fit in, you know.
While millions of pounds are being spent,
right? You know, that's because this world, you know, and it's been a thing called what they call gradualism. You know, it's been a thing that you know, over the years, little by little, they have programmed the people's minds, you know, and just put this stuff in your mind that it's okay to be this way, it's all right to be this way, it's wrong to be that way, you know.
Yeah, precept, the book of John 17 and 14, it says, I have given them thy word, and the world have hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. That's Yahushua speaking.
Yeah, because people of the world are going to make rap videos,
yeah,
and do the things that the world do, you know.
Yeah, you got these different Israelite groups making rap videos, you know, dancing like them coons on them other videos, you know. Well, that's what they look like. They look like coons, but they're just Israelite coons. You know, that's of the world, man.
A coon is a coon.
A coon is a goon. John 17 and 14, I have given them thy word, and the word separates us from this world, because the word is against this world. And the world have hated them, because they are not of the world. And that's one of the reasons why we're hated, because we're not of the world, even as Yahushua was not of the world, even as I am not of the world. I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil. So when the evil break forth, when the time of Jacob's trouble, through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, will be kept from the evil. In other words, it's not going to touch us. You know, the Lord is going to deliver us. They are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. As thou hast sent me into the world, even so have I also sent them into the world. So we're sent into this world to do what? To teach, to help gather the elect. Now, once the elect is gathered in this world, all hell is going to break loose. Right? And this world, as we know it, is going to be destroyed. You can find that in 2 Peter. Also, we look for a new world. You know, a new rulership. Matter of fact, here it is right here. The book of 2 Peter, the third chapter, beginning at the 12th verse. It says, looking for and hasten unto the coming of the day of the Heavenly Father and His Son, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved.
They told me to stay out the street.
You got the
heavens being on fire is when those missiles are dropped, and when the angels come down, out them, blasting out them lasers.
Oh yeah, and the scriptures say, I had it cocked earlier, Isaiah 66. It says, the slain of the Lord shall be many. So the Lord himself going to get into killing. He's going to be in whatever chariot he's going to be in, and he's going to zap you niggas, man. You're going to be running down the street. That hot laser beam going to zap your ass. All right? Look, even some of the prophets, they saw it, man. They got sick when they saw that vision. Looking for and hasten unto the coming of the day of the Heavenly Father, wherein the heavens being on fire, and the fire is going to come from the missiles and the chariots. All right? wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, now after that happens, nevertheless we according to his promise look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness.
That's the kingdom. So all this bullshit that you Negroes, you know, it ain't gonna be no comedic bull. Ain't nobody gonna be praying to no fucking Egyptian god, man. Excuse my French. Okay, you ain't gonna be praying 5 times a day to Allah. There's gonna be one power, one God, so you can understand. And we all gonna do it. We all gonna have the same. We're gonna speak the same thing. Everything's gonna be in order, man. Because the Most High is gonna make sure that. Because the ones of you that ain't right, He's gonna get rid of you. So you'll be born into it. So you'll learn it the right way, man. It's called a do-over. And this is Revelation 16 and 13. And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. Now, it said out of the mouth of the beast. This is the same beast that's going to be in charge of that mark. Now, ultimately, that mark is going to be pushed on you by the military, by NATO, you know, and one of the members of nations of NATO is America. So they're going to ultimately push it. They're going to force it on you by way of the military, because they showed you that in I Am Legend. Remember when his wife, when the bridge before it got blown, there was a military that was checking to see if they had, checking their iris. All right, to see if they scan it to see if they didn't have the KV virus, or KB virus, the KV virus, the Crippen virus, you know. And the word Crippen means it means secretive, okay. But it says 13, right? And it said, and I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon. And the dragon goes back to the ancient pagan Roman Empire, which this current system is based upon the ancient pagan Roman Empire, right? And out of the mouth of the beast and the dragon is pretty much interchangeable, all right? But you had the first beast, which goes back 2,000 years ago. Then you have the current beast, which is NATO and the EU. And out of the mouth of the false prophet represents the black pope, your current pope, Francis, I believe his name is Francis, and the Roman Catholic Church, and all the baby churches that came out of that, like the Baptist Church, the Methodist Church, the Jehovah's Witness, the Seventh-day Adventists, or Islam, because Islam came out of Roman Catholicism. That's why in the Quran they speak about Mary, you know. They speak about Mary. Okay, it says, and out of the mouth of the false prophet, right? For they are the spirits of devils. So when we call this man the devil, well, the scriptures backs it up. You the devil, working miracles, their technology, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of that great day of the Most High Almighty. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments. What does it mean by watching? Looking for the prophecies. There's a lot of information popping up all over the place about this RFID, or the, what is it called in Europe? The what is it called? The NFC? What is it? The near? What's the term? Near field communications. All right. So anytime you see RFID, that's going into the ultimately into the mark of the beast. Now, if you have you have smartphones, the smartphones have the RFID technology in it. That doesn't mean you took the mark of the beast, like GOCC is teaching. If you have a smart card that doesn't and it has a chip in it, that doesn't mean that you took the mark of the beast. You take the mark of the beast is when you actually put it in, because it specifies in Revelation 13 that it's going to be an actual mark which the word is charagma. They're going to put it in your right hand or in your forehead. In Revelation 20, verse 4, it says either the forehead or the hands. So it could be right, because in Europe, they put it in your left hand. Because everything is, like we drive our car on one side of the street. In Europe, it's the other side. So everything's set up different, okay? So it says, it says 15, behold, I come as a thief, blessed is he that watch and keepeth his garments. What does that mean, he keepeth his garments? The garments is this truth that the Most High gave you. So you got to keep them garments on. You can't be taking no vacations. And like Fopi, I did a video on Fopi. Them guys haven't been out in like 8 months. And then the head, Konaf, which he proclaimed himself as being an elder, he been in the truth for 3 years, and all of a sudden now he's saying, we ain't going to come out here no more. And sure enough, he hasn't come out. Now, maybe he'll watch the video and come out, but guess what? You'll come out for a couple of weeks, and then you're going to go, the spirit is out of you. First of all, you never had the spirit, okay? And I'm not just pointing at you. I'm just using you as an example, man. And then you spoke on behalf of all them other guys that are not going out. When you listen to the last part of the video that I did, he says that, man. There's going to be a time where he said, we ain't going to come out here. No, you were talking about yourself. And those guys that are playing, keep trying to reinvent Israel, man. Mosai didn't set up the prophets to gather the people to go to Disney World, man. Or go on a goddamn cruise some damn well, go to Ghana. Mosai didn't tell the men of the Mosai to open up college and grocery stores and talking about my mind somewhere else. My mind's over here. My mind's somewhere else.
He's from AOC.
It definitely ain't on the Lord.
Right. Well, he thinks he's the Lord. All right. It says, I'm going to read that again. 15, behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame. So your shame is beginning to be seen. And then you guys that can't get it, now I understand what the scriptures mean in Revelation 22 when it says, he that is unjust, let him be unjust. He that is righteous, let him be righteous. The ones of you that can't get it, don't go crazy trying to get the guy. He can't get it. He ain't meant to get it, man. So don't give it to him. Give it to him one time. He don't get it that first time. You did your job, man. Move on to the next one. Like Tazariak talking about he's allowing them heathens to come to the Passover because hopefully they'll eventually get it. I ain't worried about niggas like that. If you ain't, first of all, to come into a righteous Passover, you have to have it already, man. It ain't about maybe he'll get it. Most High gonna kill tens of millions of Israelites here in America. I'm gonna make a T-shirt, and sell it $25 a pop. Just joking. I ain't got no time to make a T-shirt, It says, behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked. In other words, not having this knowledge or having parts of this knowledge, like Alizé, and they see his shame. And we see your shame, Alizé. That's why when I asked you that question, you took that bad boy down. It says 16, and he gathereth them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon. So now get this understanding. Armageddon is a place. Armageddon, the word Armageddon means mountain of troops, where all the troops are going to gather. Because if you go to, Revelation 20, okay, but start at the 6th verse. Blessed and holy is he that hath part in the first resurrection. On such the second death hath no power, but they shall be priests and the Most High, of the Most High, and of Yahushua, and shall reign with him 1,000 years. Now that first resurrection is talking about all of Israel. But they're going to come, the Most High is going to save Israel by 1/3, then he's going to bring the other 2/3 back. Okay? So that's what that's talking about. It says, and when the 1,000 years were expired, the 1,000 years that were expired, you got the starting point was around, what was it, 1453, late 1300s, mid to late 1400s, okay? That's when they were free, okay? It says, and when the 1,000 years were expired. Now, the beginning of the 1,000 years goes back to approximately 325 A.D., where Constantine the Great sat up there ruling over these Edomites in that line, that lineage. And then go about 1,000 years in the future. That was 1353, 1453. The 1300s, the 1400s, and that's when this devil had set up a thing called a Renaissance, which means rebirth. And then when Cristobal Colon went to the other side of the world, what did they call it? They called it the New World. What is Europe called today? The Old World. Old World style, Old World food, cuisine, Old World cuisine. When they say Old World cuisine, it's talking about a cuisine that's based in Europe, whether it be Italy or Spain or whatever. Then you have the New World, okay? So the New World started when Christopher Columbus went to the New World. It says, and when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan, which is Esau, key name Cristobal Colon, which is a so-called Jew, shall be loose out of his prison, because you were prison up under us, and shall go out to deceive the nations. How did they deceive the nations? Starting with Cesare Borgia, the so-called white Jesus. And that's not the image. In Revelation 13, that's not the image. You guys are saying the image, and you put up, that ain't the image, man. Because you got Edomites in this country that are fucking atheists, man. You got East Indians that work in this system that believe in their God. You got Arabs that they worship, or they exercise their right of Islam, the religion Islam, so that Islam don't teach you about worshiping no Jesus. So that's not talking about that. That image is referring to the Roman Empire, meaning the Roman system, all right? Back then you had basically two parties. You had the plebeians and you had the patricians. Today you have the Republicans, which were the patricians, all right? And then you had the plebeians, which mean peoples, which is the Democrats. The word Democrat, demo mean people, man. So you got to think, man. Rule of the people. You have two, they keep talking about a third party. The third party comes up, but nobody even knows about the third party. We're going to set up what was that, the new one, the Tea Party. That they ain't even mentioned that. Where's the candidate from the Tea Party? Where's Sarah Palin at? Okay, so back in the pagan Roman Empire, you had the patricians and the plebeians. You had the ones that put the emperors or the Caesars in office was the Senate. Was they doing the same thing today? Because your vote doesn't mean shit, but they can be influenced by the people. But they can say, nah, I'm not listening to the people. They're stupid. I'm going with this guy. Okay? Y'all don't know, man. Y'all don't know what the hell's going on. You people are blind. It says, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, north, south, east, and west. Gog and Magog, which goes back to Russia, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. So that's going to be a great army. The scriptures speak about this day you can't compare any time in history to this day, man. It says 9, and they went up on the breadth of the earth and compassed the camp of the saints. The camp of the saints is twofold. The camp of the saints is the land of Israel in the Middle East. The camp of the saints is also the children of Israel, because they're going to be looking to destroy us too. And the beloved city, which is Israel, and fire came down from the Most High out of heaven and devoured them. 10, and the devil that deceived them, which is Esau, was cast into the lake of fire, that's America, and brimstone. Now the super elite, they're going to get out of this because we're going to catch them later. They're going to go to the mountaintop retreats in Israel, some goddamn where, or I would say Europe or some neutral country. They're going to be in their underground bunkers. Some of them is going to be on a space station, some goddamn where. And the Most High going to give us spiritual power to gather.